Welcome to the last episode of Scientific Brains Unite. It's been fun to put these videos together over the last few weeks as we have been out of school doing distance learning. And so we are going to end our time together with this last video. This last video was created by you guys as you did your simple machines scavenger hunt. So if you will, take a look. You are the stars of this show. As I said in the previous video when I had you all in it, I taught you in the very beginning that you are scientists, and I want you to take that and keep that in your mind and your heart as you move forward. You are scientists. Maybe not in a lab doing all kind of experiments and that kind of thing, but you are scientists. You have a scientific brain that you are going to continue to think, and you're going to use that scientific method process. Maybe not like, it's not going to be like one of those things where you're like, oh, this is my hypothesis, or this is my experiment, or this is everything like that. But you do have a scientific brain, and I want you to continue to remember that as you go forward in and out of your schooling. So take a look, and I have enjoyed doing these videos with you, and we will hopefully see each other again soon.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this scavenger hunt. So first we have a wedge, which is these scissors right here. Then we have the nail right here. And this is the incline plane, because stuff can go down. Then right here, my mom's car. This is the wheel and axle right here. Then once in my mom's car, the brake pedal. The brake pedal right here. This is the lever, because if you push down on it, it'll break, the car will break. So that's my scavenger hunt for all of the things listed on the canvas. Okay, so I forgot one more, which was the pulley. And the pulley is this right here, which is on the garage door, because once you push the button to open the pulley pulls the garage up so we can get out. Now that's it.
Simple machines. Screw. A simple machine used to apply tremendous force with very little effort. I wonder what these are. I think they're screws. And I have a board, and I also have a screwdriver that I'm going to screw into my board. This is much more easier than using a hammer. A wedge. A wedge is a machine used to raise objects or split objects apart. It's not opening. Maybe this will work. That was much more easier. Wheel and axle. A wheel and axle is a simple machine made up of a wheel connected to a post. Just got done making my car. Let's see how it moves. This is no fun. I need to add some wheels on it. These wheels have an axle so that they can stick to the car. And drive. Incline plane. An incline plane is a sloping surface that makes it easier to move objects to a higher place. Help me, get me up the stairs. Hey you, can you help me? Yes, I can build an inclined plane for you. Now try to go up this inclined plane. I did it. A lever. A lever is a rigid object or bar that pivots around a fixed point called a fulcrum. I'm going to open this bottle with a bottle opener for the first time. A pulley. A pulley is a simple machine that is made up of a wheel on a post with a rope or a cable around the wheel. Now I'm going to be pulling the dinosaur closer to me. The end. Thank you for watching my video.
This little computer stand thingy is an inclined plane because you have to use it. It's slanted to help you move around your computer better and to help you type better. A stapler can be seen as a wedge because it moves the two things back and forth. And it's thicker at this end than it is the other end. A wheel and an axle are like the rolling thing on a chair, and then the chair, two things that are the same like size or whatever, but one of them is like in a wheel shape or form or in a move. This can be seen as a screw. And this little thingy for your car, that little jack thing, this can be seen as a lever. A bike can be seen as the last form.
Home version by Kalani Daniel. Wedge. I chose a knife for a wedge because it's used to split food apart, and wedge are used to split things apart. One end of the knife is also wider than the other end, so that's also a reason why it's identified as a wedge. Screw. The screw is pretty self-explanatory, but I said the screw is identified as a screw because it's used to hold things together and it also applies a lot of force even though it's small. Inclined plane. This ramp is an inclined plane because it helps people get to the top or bottom of places easier. Lever. This rake is a lever because it reduces the amount of effort to move the leaves. This is a third class lever. It's third class because the fulcrum is at the top, the load is the leaves you're moving, and the effort is in the middle. Wheel and axle. This tire and / car is a wheel and axle because the car uses wheels / tires to transport things and people.
Lever helps move a heavy object. So I'm going to use my arm and my phone So I have my phone right here, and it's on my hand. So when I move my arm, it's applying pressure with the phone too. Now, for wheel and axe, I used a screwdriver. So this is one object, but you hold this part, and this does the work on it, unscrew things. So the next one is inclined plane. So I used a binder, and if you apply pressure at one edge, like for example this part, the other side rises up. And the next one is edge. So I used an axe. It's dirty, I know. And an axe separates two objects, and that's what an wedge. And the last object is a screw. And this, you put it into the wall, and you use the edge to hang things. So that's all.
Hey, it's Jalen L, and this is my video on simple machines in my house. So the first one we're starting off with is tweezers. You can tweeze things. That's my example of a lever. Next we have a wedge, which is a good example with scissors and cutting paper. Next we have our little screw here. And for an incline machine, we have my little brother's we have this little my little brother's slide here. And a good example of a wheel axle is a door. I have a door right here. That's my dog. Okay, now for the last example, we're gonna go in here into my room. It's a little bit messy. And we're gonna pull up the window, which is a good example of a pulley. So, pull it up and pull it down. So yeah, those are my examples.
Hello, it's Emily, and today I'm going to be showing you examples of simple machines in my house. First up, we have this string that pulls up and down my blinds for pulley, of course because it pulls. Then for wheel and axle, we have a door hinge because it opens and closes the door. For wedge, we have knife because it gets smaller towards the top. For a lever or a lever, I have a bottle opener. For screw, of course, I have a screw. Then for inclined plane, we have this little railing that goes for my steps. Okay, thank you.
Alright, Mr. Marius, so this is my scavenger hunt things. I went around the house and I found some stuff. Alright, so this is my wedge, and this is also my inclined plane. The car going up. So this is my lever and some scissors. I have some screws, and I have a wheel with an axle. And I also have some blinds, and it has the thing where you pull up a pulley.
Hey, Mr. Myers, this is my scavenger hunt video. Alright, so what's the first one?
Lever.
So this is a lever right here. Alright, what's the next one?
Wheel and axle.
Well, this is an axle, and this is the wheel. The axle.
Incline plane.
Incline plane. Something that goes straight up. Right here. Incline plane. Right here.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Pulley.
This is right here. This is a pulley. Right here.
Okay.
What's the next one?
Screw.
Screw. Just a pulley. Right here. These are the screws. Alright, next one.
A wedge.
Wedge. This is a wedge. Going inside. Right there.
Okay.
That's a wedge. Alright, thank you, Mr. Myers.
I'm doing the scavenger hunt thing now, and this screw right here is the closest we can get to an inclined plane because it's got that on the screw. This screw is not our example of a screw. This doorknob is our example of a wheel and axle. I think that these blinds are an example of a pulley because of the string and things. Yeah. This rake is our example of a, this is the example of a lever. Yeah. This axe is our example of a wedge. Yeah. This bottle cap is my example of a screw, because it screws onto the bottle. That is everything.
Hi, this is my video for the simple machine assignment. So for the first thing I chose was an incline plane, which was stairs. The second thing was wedges, and I chose a knife. The third thing was a screw, and I chose a screw. The fourth thing was a lever, and I have a hammer. The fifth thing was a wheel and axle, and I have a screwdriver. And the last thing was a pulley, and I have a shade. Thank you. Bye. And a window shade.
Alright, so today I'm going to just explain to you some of my things. Alright, so first I'm going to use the scissors as a lever, because you can, do this. Then as a wheel and axle, a wheel and axle. I'm going to be using the steering wheel, And then I'm going to be using a screw for the screw example. And then an example of a wedge is this screwdriver. It kind of relates because, it's a screw and a screwdriver. But, yeah, that's cool. And then I have scissors and this. And then, I got a wheel and axle so I can be with. Alright, Mr. Myers, you know what I'm saying? That's my little thing. You know what I'm saying? Alright, what's up, Mr. Myers? Vlog 101. This vlog, I'm going to be telling you about inclined planes, and I'm going to show you by you exampling steps. So each step that you go up, that's an example of like it getting higher or inclining. So yeah, that's my part of inclined planes. Peace. All right, what's up, Mr. Myers? The pull part is called the Bowflex, and it's where you pull back and then you rest. So it's the pulley. So that's basically what the first thing was.
I had to find, had to locate simple machines for the little video. So I found a screw, and I found a bottle opener for the lever, and I found a knife for the wedge, and then for your wheel and axle, that's just the car. And then for your incline plane, you use the ramp for my house because you have to use the ramp to like get into the garage. And then for the pulley, like the little thing that you pull when the garage opens.
Okay, this is my first example. This is an example of a lever, which are some tongs. This is my second example, which are wheel and axle. And this is the wheels. And this is my third example, which is a pulley pulling the blinds down. My fourth example is an incline plane, which is a ramp that I made. And the last one is a screw, which is a bottle clip, because you have to twist it in the bottle.
Okay, so for my wedge, for my wedge, I have this axe because, well, when you strike an axe inside of a piece of wood or something, then it stays there. So, yeah. And my second lever, it can either be like a little seesaw or whatever. You get the point. Anyway, or it can be like this. This is like the lever of an axe. Anyway, I'm going on to the screw, which is a corkscrew. So it works because you put this over the cork of the wine bottle or whatever that has a cork. Oh, get up too fast. Anyway, yeah, you put that over something, a cork or wine bottle or something like that, and you screw it so you can drink your wine or whatever. Anyway, next is my pulley. Yeah. Oh, hold on. It says attic handle, because pull this down, then yeah. Alright, so next, back inside the living room. Next we have wheel and axle. All here, so wheel and axle. So yeah, golden, cool. So yeah, and so I also had used this for like a incline, the incline plane, because of this. Well, hold on. Because of this, it has an incline from right there. If this was a real axe, it would have had an incline that goes to the bottom all the way up. So, yeah. Okay. I'm done.
Okay, so I was outside my house, and so would this like be considered a wedge? I'm not so sure, but like
it's like two little pieces, but I saw in like photos and videos they like do this and like they're in the middle, so I'm not sure, but that might be a wedge. Yeah. Okay, so I have many types of screws right here. My dad kind of like has a lot of them. So I have some like this, shaped like this. I have some shaped like this with all the screws in them, and then I also have some like this. Yeah, I have plenty of screws here. Move. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so when I saw in the PowerPoint, it was showing me something like this. Like there was like types of levers where it'd be like this, and then it had like force applying here. So I don't know. I just kind of made this up. Like did this as a lever because it was showing like in the middle, and then it showed in the middle, and then it would show like this and going like this, where it had like some type of force here, like that, some force here, and then there would be a lighter load of force over here. So from the video, you showed a little photo where it had like a wheel in there, and then you said there was a wheel and an axle, where the wheel's like bigger and then the thing's smaller. So I came over here and I kind of like saw back here where I think it could be considered an axle because the wheel is like bigger and then the axle's kind of like smaller. Even though this is like something for barbecuing, yeah. But I kind of think this is an axle. I'm not that sure. So yeah. Okay, so this is considered a pulley. Like okay, so when I'm giving my dog water, it will be up here, right? When it's full, I'd take this off and then push it down, and then I'd pick it up. I know it seems kind of extra, but like since it's at the door, we just move it around. Because then we have to like stuff over here at the bottom. I don't know if you can see, but at the bottom we usually have stuff there, and so this is like an easier way to like pull it up in the water. Okay, so for an incline plane, I kind of just realized I was outside my house, and if you can't hear me very well from like whole video standpoint, I'm sorry. I just didn't really realize it. And yeah, so it's like this. It's like right here, if you can see it or not. If this is like an incline plane, I mean, I'm not sure, but I kind of think it is. It's kind of stuck to here. I think my dad did something with it, and he had to use it for something to like move up there. I'm not sure, but like, yeah. I think this is an incline plane.